The rebound for Isaiah Evans. And he'll lead the break. Up by 2, looking for more. Isaiah gonna drive, got by Reed, put it off the window and down. Isaiah with a quick first step, and the lead grows to 4.
Coast to coast for Isaiah Evans, known for the three-point shot, but he can go to the rim.
Flow for us is important. You know, flowing is, you think about playing music and you don't want the music to stop. And so for us, you know, playing with pace on makes or misses, but also we may not score right away all the time, but continuing to keep the defense on their heels. We've had to work really hard on that in practice, how to not get stuck. We don't want to get stuck. And so our team has done a great job of playing with a flow, playing where we don't let the music stop. And then guys are really connected with just trying to make the right play to score. And it's really changed our team with the pace we've been playing at and the decisiveness with our decisions where we're not getting stuck with the ball.
Another round at home, 93-60 the final score. And for the 20th time in program history, they've run the table in Cameron. Unbeaten at home, 17-0. They've won their 7th in a row, and they did it in style.
Well, for us, it was a great way to finish the home season with going 17-0 at home. Obviously, the pride that our players take, the pride that I have and our staff in representing Duke, representing Cameron Indoor Stadium the best that we possibly can, means a lot. And we want to make this the most difficult place to play for a road team in the country. And obviously there's a lot of excitement when you think about the crowd and the history of Cameron. But overall, we want it to be tough. And our guys have done a great job protecting our home court and finishing up the home season going 17-0. The senior night game this year was great to honor our seniors. To be honest, we were struggling before the game to figure out how do we do this. You know, it's a different time. You don't have four-year seniors really, you know, anymore as much, hardly at all. But still, you want to honor the guys that are graduating. You know, Sion James, his commitment to our program, Mason Gillis, what he's done, Neil Begovich for 2 years, Stanley Borden for 4 years. And so it was great to honor those guys. Our 4 senior managers, Davis, Miles, Luke, and Preston, are off the charts. But also, we understand there's a lot of our guys, it's going to be their last time playing in Cameron. And we hope to have a lot of guys that hear their name called in June in the NBA draft. And so going forward, we have to continue to figure out how do we handle that, but overall, just to honor our entire team and the fact that for all those guys that won't be playing anymore in Cameron, to end it on a high note was the main goal. The season's flown by. Like, it was hard to really believe it's the last time I'm coaching this group and walking out of the tunnel with this specific team in Cameron. And so for me, I was emotional. I really had to make sure that I was focused on what I needed to be focused on. And that was being the best coach I could be for this team. But emotions come with it. That's part of the journey together. And I just love coaching this group. And so you didn't want it to be the last one, but since it was, let's make sure we go out on a high note and finish the right way.
Cooper with 8 on the timer. Gungba comes to set a screen. Cooper on the drive, in on Salas. An airborne jumper is good. Cooper cooking. A double team comes, up top Gillis. Already with 2 threes back to the left. Cooper, he'll drive, got a step on Salas, put it off the window. Give it to him and a chance for 3. And a flex while sitting down along the left baseline this time. Cooper's back in, right baseline drive. Got in, scooped it up, scored again. He's got 26, 16 in the second half.
Well, obviously a guy like Cooper, you know, he's had a magical year this season, and I want to make sure the crowd had a chance to acknowledge and salute him going off the court. And that was a special moment I'll cherish with him for a long time. Kaman, the same thing. Khan, the same thing. I screwed it up with Khan. He was out of the game. He didn't get an ovation. That's on me. But Tyrese, 3 magical years as well, and to get, for him to play with not being at his best, I think said a lot. And then obviously Sion and Mason to come off the court was a special thing.
Duke All Access is brought to you by Gatorade. It fuels the best because it is the best. By Continental Tire, the smart choice in tires. And by Coke Zero Sugar. Tackle game day with a great taste of Coke Zero Sugar. Is it the best Coke ever? Try and decide.
You can feel confident Continental is the smart choice in tires.
And to handle extremes?
Yep. Tested from the Texas desert to near the Arctic Circle.
Really?
Really.
Anything for the guy who finds that one pothole?
Yeah, road hazard coverage has your back.
For real?
Absolutely.
Were they made by like a bajillion engineers?
Well, closer to 100. Continental. Welcome to the smart choice in tires.
Do it all with Steel Battery. Power up with free extra battery deals on select Steel tools. Shop in-store and online.
It's Truck Month with the Ford Crew.
It's time for the best deals across the full lineup. F-Series, the best-selling trucks for 48 years. We've got Maverick and the North American 2025 Truck of the Year, Ford Ranger, fully prepared.
Did you sleep here last night?
If you stay ready, you don't need to get ready.
And this crew is Truck Month ready.
Get 3.9% APR and $1,000 bonus cash, or lease for only $399 a month for 36 months on a new Ford F-150 STX.
After a dominant 3-game road swing, the Blue Devils arrive back at Cameron Indoor Stadium, having now won 5 in a row, playing some of their best basketball of the season just as the calendar flips to March. It's Duke and Florida State, and off we go from Cameron. Flag now between the rings, over to the right, Knipple. Off of a screen set by Cooper, trying to feed it back to him, found him. Here's a lob, Maluach to throw it down. James able to get a rebound. A hit ahead for Knipple on the right. Now they've got numbers. Knipple right to the rim, put it up, counted in a foul. A strong drive for Con Knipple. Sizing it up, found a cutter in Harris. What a find, counted in a foul. Gillis the assist, Harris the bucket, and a free throw coming as well.
How about that pass from Gillis in the right corner, spotting Harris, cutting down the middle of the lane and threaded it through there.
Maluach tapped the rebound to James, out to Evans. A ball fake and a 3. Good. Isaiah Evans with his 3rd 3. He's the first in double figures. He's got 12. In transition, ridden by Watkins into the paint. The lob, Maluach! My goodness! Soaring in to throw it down. Meanwhile, at the other end, Nitsu caught it. Blocked by Cooper. Get that out of there. 3-on-3 the other way. It's Knipple. Put it up. Count it! And a foul! My goodness! What a flurry! A steal for Cooper. Into the paint, put it up and in! Coast to coast for Cooper Flag, and he's got 16. 83-51. Jones knocked loose by Hubbard. Took it away, goes in, scoops it up, and in! Hubbard the fast break bucket. Cameron as loud as it's been all night. The fourth time this year they've hit the century mark. And another 30-plus point beatdown against an ACC foe, their fourth of the season. 100-65 the final score.
This group has had a killer instinct, and we talked about early in the year, one of our standards was do your best, and doing your best wasn't about playing your best, making the most shots. It's about giving your best effort. It's about giving your best attitude and having your best focus. And so we don't play for a score. We don't play, looking up at the clock. We play to do our best, and this group has embodied that. It has to come from the players. As a coach, you can say whatever you want, but at the end of the day, your players are the one that have to own it and have to play that way. And I love, when we're up at the end of the game, and no matter who you have on the floor, they're diving on the floor for a loose ball. They're sprinting back on defense to protect the rim. They're making the plays and holding each other to the standard that we set out to have.
The rebound for Isaiah Evans. Up 39-23, they stream across midcourt left to right. James on the drive, put it off the window and down. A physical drive for Sion James. Wow, Davis got one rejected by Gungba at the free throw line. And here comes Colin the other way, trying to add to an 11-0 run. Gillis does just that. A three at the top of the key. His second. 7 to shoot. A handoff for Isaiah Evans. 6 and 5. Watkins has him. 4 and 3. Isaiah into the paint. Dumped it off to Gungba to lay it in. There have been some pretty assists in this ballgame so far.
The beauty of this team is really, you could tell a story every game where somebody different steps up. And we've been in some different situations this year, whether it's with foul trouble. I think back to playing at Louisville, where Cooper gets 4 fouls and Mason comes in, and we had a group out there without Cooper where we really stormed back to take the lead without him. You think to the Florida State game, we're already missing Malik. Tyrese gets hurt the game before, we're missing him. And then during the game, Cooper goes out. So obviously 3 of our key guys, and we had a group in there with Con, Darren, Mason, Pat, and Isaiah, where they just competed and battled and extended the lead with what we were doing. And so I think it's the beauty of this team. It's going to be that way going forward, and everybody has to be ready no matter what the game is and no matter what's happened previously.
Floater is too strong, and the rebound for Cooper Flagg. He'll lead the break. A hit ahead for Malawach. Catches down low and lays it in.
I mean, to us, it's just like we've had the connection since the beginning of the season, and we've been getting connected more and more depending on every game we play. But there's not really a secret out there. It's just like us being us and us loving each other, great teammates. We have great attitude in the locker room or in practices, and that has been pushing us, and staying present is something we've been doing all the time. We're present, and it's one step at a time, and that's how we've been doing it.
Do it all with Steel Battery. Double your runtime. Get a free extra battery with select Steel tools. Shop in-store and online.
Celebrate the moments that matter with a beautiful piece of jewelry or a luxury timepiece from Reed's. Reed's Jewelers, trusted with life's moments.
It's bow time.
It's not just football season. It's tailgate season.
And this season includes every kind of football.
Crispy.
Will you accept this leg?
And everything that's not.
Because it doesn't matter where you tailgate, with crispy hand-breaded chicken and scratch-made biscuits. It's her!
You're not just tailgating, you're tailgating like a legend.
It's bow time. Head to Bojangles and grab your tailgate box today.
Post up. Hi, I'm Sion James, senior guard for the Duke men's basketball team, and I'm committed to making a difference in our community. That's why I'm supporting the Durham Crop Hunger Walk. Many families struggle to put food on the table, here in Durham and around the world, and it's going to take all of us coming together to make a difference. Come show your support at Duke Chapel, Sunday, March 23rd, for the 51st annual Durham Crop Hunger Walk. Visit durhamcropwalk.org. Thanks.
Duke Basketball 360, presented by Continental Tire, the smart choice in tires.
Hammond waiting, lobs it, dangerous pass deflected, stolen by Cooper Flag. The hit ahead for James, and a right-hand punch.
Great defense turns into emphatic offense.
And a 16-point lead.
One of the goals that I had in the offseason was to really look at special situations and how we could win in the margins. And you think about under out of bounds, and you know, for us, we didn't look at it in a traditional way. I think obviously you want to prevent the team from scoring, but we tried to look at it with how can we be aggressive and use this to our advantage with the team that we have. And so we've decided this season we've worked really hard on it. We're unorthodox, where we put a big guy on the ball. Kaman, Pat, Malik are on the ball, and then we're really tough and physical with our switching or staying, depending on the game, of making it hard to get the ball in. And with that, we've created turnovers. We've been one of the best teams in the country in preventing other teams from scoring, and it's given us a big margin with under out of bounds defense, and then executing under out of bounds offense. One of the reasons we've been really good with our under out of bounds defense, it starts with on the ball and Kaman's activity, and then the toughness with these other guys to create turnovers and to get stops, which Cooper did there with Sion. Again, Kaman starting on the ball, and then great talk and communication leads to a great switch. We get activity, we can trap, we can go man to man, and great execution by our guys here to make them call a timeout. We've had more teams call timeouts this season than I think we've ever had. Again, toughness on switching, and then a lot of it breaks down to going one-on-one, which leads to a turnover there. Great activity by Kaman, and then, you know, if a team wants to throw the ball out to half court, they can do that, and then we match up, and we're in our normal defense here, and great ball screen defense. And I just love our guys. We talk about anticipation in this. So, you know, it starts with the command and talk, but then anytime we can anticipate, you know, that's what we want to do. Same thing, anticipation, and now Mason gets a steal, and when it's done for us, it leads to 3-point shots on the other end. I think the important thing here is just the communication, you know, and the anticipation of our guys understanding if there's plays to be made, you go and make them. And all of a sudden, players can be put in situations they're not used to normally being in. And they may feel it's a matchup, but for us, our positional size allows us to switch a lot of this stuff under out of bounds. Another time they had just a hard time getting the ball in, and then we switch, and it's into our half-court defense. And the effort by our entire group and the collective energy just to get rebounds and stops is what I'm so proud of. Malik's anticipation on the ball, he's great, you know, that's what he does, and he gets a deflection, and then it turns out almost to be a steal. This is also really good because Kaman's on the ball, and it puts him in position to protect the rim, and then we do a great job cracking down. And so even if we don't get something right away in the possession, we continue to play, and good things have happened. Late in the clock, forcing them to take a tough shot there. Really good individual defense by Mason. And then obviously the switching, but then the physicality by our guys to not allow them to work us down was important. Love the energy throughout that entire possession as they're trying to get it in. But then for us, we continue to play. And the versatility by our group, you know, and it's all started with Sion's deflection, and then Khan diving head first when they're going to bend down. It's just, I think that's a great clip that signifies what this team has done. And then we even do it sometimes side out of bounds. And so Kaman's on the ball, and then it leads to different matchups, but our group really just locked in on the defensive end, and the individual defense by Isaiah, and then the collective rebounding.
The game is changing, but what drives the game never will. What you have inside. It refuses to be ignored. It sweats everything. It turns an athlete into a legend. It demands respect. The game will always change, but it never will. Gatorade, is it in you?
I wanted to work with a supplier partner I respect.
I wanted a partner who respected me.
We needed a partner with employees who care as much as we do.
We needed a partner who values relationships.
I wanted a partner that would help me grow my business.
We needed a partner that would help us succeed.
SRS Distribution delivers more than building products. SRS delivers customer success.
Turn up the heat on the competition this season with CPI Security, proud partner of the Duke Blue Devils.
You can feel confident Continental is the smart choice in tires.
Can they handle extremes?
Yep. Tested from the Texas desert to near the Arctic Circle.
Really?
Really.
Anything for the guy who finds that one pothole?
Yeah, road hazard coverage has your back.
For real?
Absolutely.
Were they made by like a bajillion engineers?
Well, closer to 100. Continental. Welcome to the smart choice in tires.
Look, we feel like the luckiest team in the country to have you guys supporting us every day, man. You guys are the best. There's a lot more work to be done, but I'll tell you that I couldn't be more proud of this team behind me. They're an incredible group. We do too, so you know, we do too. All right, we do too. Look, because it's senior night, we got any seniors in here, by the way? It's only right that you hear from one of our seniors. All right, so let's give it up for Scheyer James.
I want to first say thank you to everyone for it's been a super special year. This has been incredible for every single one of us. This was a lot of our first time playing in a Duke uniform, our first games in Cameron, and every single person in here, you guys made it special. So claps to y'all. I also want to give a thanks to the coaching staff and my teammates. It was a special year for all of us, but because of everyone right here, we ask that you guys continue to support us as we on our quest to hang a banner up there and eventually one up there too. Thank you all.
Let's pass it to Mason Gillis. All right, Mason, let's go, Mason.
What's up, everybody? What's up? What's up? Just wanted to say thank you. It's been a dream come true for me. I love being here every single moment. Thank you. Appreciate it. But most importantly, like you guys said, number 6. You know, we've been working all summer, and that's where we're going to get to. So thank you guys. Appreciate it.
This team has won throughout the whole season, but the reality is the growth has been the most important thing. And early in the season, early in the preseason, you know, as a team, I talked to them about Kaizen, and Kaizen is just a Japanese philosophy, basically making sure you're getting better every day. And we felt like the upside of this team was as high as anybody's in the country. So let's not get caught up in the results in the short term. Let's focus on making sure we're getting better every day. And we're all of a sudden, we're going to look at the end of the year and we're going to not even recognize ourselves. And the thing that, for me, as I go back and we're prepping for games and I watch older games from this season, it's really hard to recognize the team because we're so much different. Each guy individually has grown. Our team collectively has, and I think that's why we continue to win and continue to show great improvement. The two main things that stand out to me is role definition, like guys understanding how to play to their individual strengths, which you need humility to have that, but then also understanding how to make others better on the floor. And so the continuity on offense has been high level, and part of that is understanding how to play with one another and the roles coming together. But the other thing for me is the collective toughness. You know, this group has always been tough, but they haven't known how to do that together. And so on the defensive end, we have a tough mindset of protecting our basket, protecting our paint, and then flying around to get loose balls and make winning plays. And those two things have defined what this group is all about.
Fade away, no, the rebound for Gongba. And an outlet pass for Cooper Flag. In on Hildreth, crossed him over, and threw it down! My goodness, what a move in the paint!
No question, he is the main event. Oh boy.
I definitely feel this team is prepared for what the postseason is going to challenge us with. And, you know, we've been in some tough environments. We've been in some tough situations. You know, we've had big margin of victory, but really we've been down in several games. We've had to claw our way back. And so this team is, the recipe in the postseason is being tough and connected. And I think this team checks both boxes. We have to continue to stay humble, have great humility and understanding of this thing is fragile, and the difference of one or two plays can be the difference in a game. But I love where this group is at, and I have full confidence in them that we can do something special in the postseason.